Ladies and gentlemen, you see, in this life, it doesn't matter where you start, it matters where you end. Life is going to hit you hard, it's going to knock you down, and you're going to feel like you can't get up. But here's the thing, you gotta get up. I'm telling you right now, this ain't a dress rehearsal. There ain't no second chance for you to come back and get it right. You get one shot at this, just one. You ever notice that the people who make it are the ones who refuse to let their circumstances define them? They refuse to stay down when life puts its foot on their neck. You have to learn to focus, and not just on the easy stuff. You gotta focus when it gets hard, when the world is telling you that it's too much. That's when you gotta lock in, take a deep breath, and remind yourself who you are. You're not some passive observer. You're in control. You are the driver of this ship. Now, I want you to think about something. You're walking down the street and you see a car in front of you. You don't just look at the car, do you? Nah, you start looking at what's inside that car. You want to know what's under the hood, what's the engine like, what's the potential. That's how you need to treat your own mind. You have to take a good hard look at what's going on inside there. Is it cluttered? Is it negative? Or is it sharp, focused, and clear? Your mind is your most powerful tool, but like any tool, it needs to be maintained. It needs attention. You can't just sit there and expect your brain to work miracles if you don't put in the work. Focus your mind on the goals that matter. Focus it on the vision that's bigger than your fears, because let me tell you something. If you don't focus your mind, the world is going to focus it for you. And trust me, that's not going to be the kind of focus you want. It starts with one thought, one decision, one choice, but you've got to make it. If you can focus your mind on the things that matter, your dreams, your ambitions, your purpose, you can take on anything. You ever see a lion chase a gazelle? That lion is focused. Every step, every move, every breath, that lion is focused on one thing, dinner. That's how you need to approach your life. What's your dinner? What's the thing you're focused on? What's the thing that you're willing to fight for? You think about the things that stand in your way, the obstacles, the challenges. You know what they are, right? It's that voice in your head telling you that you're not enough. It's that fear that comes knocking every time you try to take a step forward. It's the people who doubt you, the ones who try to bring you down. You gotta silence all that noise. You have to block out the distractions. When you focus your mind, that's when you start to tune out everything that doesn't serve you. Now, let me tell you, focusing doesn't mean ignoring the struggle. In fact, when you focus your mind, you acknowledge that the struggle is real. But here's the secret. You don't focus on the struggle. You focus on what's on the other side of it. The victory, the triumph, the fulfillment. You keep your eye on the prize, and no matter how many times life tries to knock you down, you keep getting back up because you know that your mind is focused on what you want. The world will try to pull you in every direction. It will distract you with drama, with noise, with things that don't matter. And if you're not careful, you'll get lost. You'll start chasing after the wrong things, wasting precious time, wasting your energy. But the key is to stay focused. The key is to have a laser. Like precision on what you want and don't let go. Stay focused when it hurts. Stay focused when it's hard. Stay focused when you feel like you've got nothing left to give. Because you do. When you focus, you're not just thinking about what's right in front of you. You're thinking about the long game. You're thinking about tomorrow, next year, 5 years from now. If you keep your mind sharp, your focus tight, you're building the foundation for everything that's to come. Now, let me ask you, where's your focus right now? I'm not asking you to tell me what you want to focus on. I'm asking you where your attention is right now, in this moment. Are you focusing on your problems, your shortcomings, your failures? Or are you focusing on your potential, your greatness, your ability to change the game? Because I'll tell you right now, if you're focusing on the things that hold you back, you're wasting time. Time is one thing you'll never get back. Don't squander it. There are people out here making moves. There are people who are changing their lives, changing their families' lives, changing the world. Because they've made a decision to focus. And you can do the same thing. You have the power. but you have to make that decision every day. Every single day you wake up, you have to choose to focus on what matters. Choose to focus on what's going to move you forward, what's going to get you closer to where you want to be. Don't let the distractions pull you away. Don't let the negativity creep in. You focus. You focus on your growth, your purpose, your vision, and when you get distracted, and you will get distracted, don't beat yourself up about it. It happens to the best of us. But here's the key: you have to catch yourself. You have to recognize that you've lost focus, and then you have to get back on track. Because the world doesn't care how many times you fall. The world only cares about how many times you get up. How many times you refocus, how many times you get back in the game. So get up, refocus, keep going, and listen to me. You cannot wait for the perfect moment to get started. There is no such thing. The perfect moment is now. The perfect time is right now, in this second. I'm telling you, you're going to look up one day and wonder why you didn't start earlier. Why you didn't focus on your dreams sooner. Don't let that be your story. Make today your starting point, right now. Take that first step and commit to focusing every day. No more excuses, no more waiting for everything to line up perfectly. Just go. Now, here's something that people don't tell you about focus. It's not always going to feel good. Sometimes it's going to be uncomfortable. Sometimes it's going to test you. It's going to ask you to sacrifice. But if you're serious about what you want, you'll make those sacrifices. You'll put in the work when no one's watching. You'll stay focused even when the path seems unclear. You'll push yourself beyond your limits because that's where the growth happens. I'm telling you right now, your focus will determine your success. It's that simple. The person who can focus their mind, who can block out the distractions, who can stay true to their vision, that's the person who will make it. It's not about talent, it's not about luck. It's about focus. You focus your mind and you control your destiny. So what are you waiting for? What's stopping you? Is it fear, doubt, lack of confidence? Forget all that. Let me tell you something. The world has no sympathy for hesitation. The world respects people who take action, people who focus, people who move forward, even when it's scary, even when it's hard. You can be that person. You can be the one who chooses to focus and go after everything you deserve. So don't waste another second. Your future is waiting for you. Your greatness is waiting for you. But you've got to focus. You've got to lock in. You've got to be relentless. Now, get to work. You're standing at the crossroads of your life right now. You know, there are moments in life that change you. You don't always see them coming. You don't always know when they'll hit. But these moments, these decisions you make, whether or not you're going to move forward, whether or not you're going to take that first step, these are the moments that define who you are and who you will become. And right now you've got a decision to make. You can either be someone who talks about it or someone who does something about it. You can either be someone who watches life go by, or you can be someone who grabs life by the throat and says, I'm in control here. You see, the people who make it in this world aren't the ones who sit back waiting for a break. They're not the ones waiting for a handout or hoping for someone to save them. No, they're the ones who decide every single day that they will not be denied. They wake up with a fire in their belly and they say to themselves, today I focus. Today I make it happen. Today I refuse to be ordinary. Focus is power, the ability to harness the full strength of your mind. That is power. The most powerful tool in your arsenal is not your hands, it's not your feet, it's not even your body. Your greatest weapon is right here between your ears. It's the way you think. It's the way you see the world. It's the way you channel your energy. If you can master your mind, if you can focus on what you want and refuse to let go of that vision, there is nothing, and I mean nothing, that can stop you. But I'm not talking about the kind of focus that comes easily. I'm talking about the kind of focus that forces you to push through the pain, the kind of focus that demands you show up day after day, even when the world seems to be against you. Because believe me, the world will come at you with everything it's got. It's going to throw obstacles in your path. It's going to throw doubt, fear, and hardship in your face. But here's the thing, if you can focus your mind, if you can maintain your vision no matter what, those obstacles will become stepping stones. Those challenges will become fuel for your fire. You've got to stop looking at life like it's some kind of game. This is real. There is no reset button. There is no second chance. So stop wasting time wondering if you're good enough, wondering if you have what it takes. You do. You were born with everything you need to succeed. But to unlock it, you have to focus. You have to decide that the distractions don't matter anymore. You have to put your energy into what moves you forward, not what holds you back. Let me tell you something, and you need to listen closely. Focus doesn't mean I'm going to work on my dream when I feel like it. Focus means you're going to wake up at 4 a.m. even when your body's telling you to stay in bed. Focus means you're going to keep working when everybody else quits. Focus means you're going to make your dreams bigger than your excuses. Focus is not an option, it's a necessity. The world is full of people who dream big, but dreams without focus are nothing but wishful thinking. Dreams without action, they're just stories. You can talk about what you want all day long, but until you decide to focus on it, until you get rid of the distractions and stay locked in, nothing is going to change. Your dreams will remain dreams, but when you focus, when you give it everything you've got, when you go all in, the universe has no choice but to step aside and make room for you. It doesn't matter how many people doubt you. It doesn't matter how many people try to tell you that you can't make it. Let me tell you something. There is nothing more dangerous than a person who is focused on their purpose. When you're locked in, when your mind is sharp and your heart is burning with desire, you're unstoppable. You see, I'm not interested in hearing about all the things that are going wrong. I'm not interested in hearing about the reasons you can't do it. Because here's the truth. Everyone has problems. Everyone has setbacks. Everyone has failures. But the difference between the people who make it and the people who don't isn't their circumstances. It's their focus. It's their ability to keep going when things get tough. It's their ability to shut out the noise and zero in on what matters. Do you understand that? Do you understand how powerful your mind is? If you can focus on what's in front of you, if you can lock in on your vision, nothing will be able to stop you. The only person who can hold you back is you. If you get distracted, if you start focusing on the wrong things, if you let fear or doubt creep in, then you're going to fail. But when you focus, and I mean truly focus, that's when your dreams become inevitable. Look, I get it. You've been knocked down. You've had setbacks, you've failed. But here's the thing, every time you fail, you learn. Every time you fall down, you get stronger. Every time life tells you that you can't, you need to look it in the face and say, watch me. Because that's what the people who make it do. They look failure in the eye and they keep going. They keep focusing on the end goal and they don't stop until they get there. You think the greatest athletes in the world got there by sitting back and hoping for the best? No. They got there because they woke up every day with the mindset that they were going to outwork everyone. They focused on the little things, the small details, the daily grind, the consistency. They didn't look for shortcuts, and they didn't listen to the doubters. They focused on the process, and that's what you need to do too. Focus on the process, not just the result. And listen, let me tell you something else that most people won't tell you. It's going to hurt. It's going to get uncomfortable. It's going to test you in ways you didn't think possible. But if you can embrace the discomfort, if you can focus on the long-term vision, it won't break you. It will make you stronger. You've got to be willing to sacrifice. You've got to be willing to put in the hours when no one's watching. You've got to be willing to keep going even when it feels like nothing is changing. That's what focus looks like. And if you do it, if you stay focused, if you commit to the grind, I'm telling you right now, you will win. It's that simple. There is no secret formula. The only thing standing between you and your goals is your ability to focus. Your ability to push through when it gets tough. Your ability to stay true to your vision when everything else is trying to pull you in 1,000 different directions. You don't need permission to succeed. You don't need to wait for the stars to align. You don't need the perfect circumstances. All you need is the ability to focus, to put in the work, and to trust that if you keep going, you will get there. So, right now, in this moment, I want you to make a decision to focus, a decision to stop letting anything or anyone distract you from your path. I want you to lock in, and I want you to understand this. No one can take your focus from you unless you let them. So don't let them. Stay focused. Keep pushing and know this. Your success, your greatness, it's already within you. You just have to focus long enough to pull it out. Let me tell you something right now. This isn't a game. I know you've heard people say, don't take life too seriously. But let me tell you, the people who say that, they don't understand. Life is as serious as it gets. You don't get to rewind it. You don't get to play it again. You don't get a second chance to go back and redo things. So if you're sitting around waiting for the perfect time, you're wasting your life. You're wasting your potential. You're wasting the one thing you can never get back. Your time. Time doesn't wait for anyone. It doesn't care about your excuses, your fears, or your doubts. Time keeps moving. It moves whether you're ready or not. And the question is, are you going to let it pass you by? Or are you going to step up, seize the moment, and make every second count? You're at a crossroads right now, and I need you to understand this. You can choose the easy way, the way where you stay comfortable, the way where you let fear hold you back. Or you can choose the hard way, the path of focus, the path of discipline, the path of sacrifice. The choice is yours, but make no mistake, that choice will define who you become. It will decide what kind of person you are, what kind of life you live, and what kind of legacy you leave behind. Listen to me, no one's going to hand you anything. No one's going to come knocking on your door and say, here's your dream, here's your success. That's not how this works. You have to take it. You have to claim it for yourself. But to do that, you've got to focus. And you can't just focus when it's convenient, when it's easy, or when everything feels right. You've got to focus when it's hard, when you feel like giving up, when the world is telling you that you're not good enough, when the obstacles seem insurmountable. Because let me tell you something, when the going gets tough, when you feel like you're at the end of your rope, that's when the real magic happens. That's when your character is built. That's when the weak give up and the strong get stronger. The strong don't back down, they don't quit. They don't let anything stand in their way. They focus, and when you focus, you channel all that energy, all that power into creating the life you want. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be easy. In fact, I'm telling you it's going to be one of the hardest things you ever do. But here's the thing, the harder it is, the more you'll appreciate it when you make it. The greater the struggle, the greater the victory. You see, if it was easy, everyone would do it. But not everyone has the discipline, the focus, the drive to push through the hard times. Not everyone is willing to fight for their dreams. But you can be that person. You can be the one who refuses to let obstacles stop them. You can be the one who doesn't quit when it gets tough. You can be the one who stays locked in on their vision, no matter what. And that focus, that unshakable focus, is what will make the difference. That's what will get you from where you are now to where you want to be. So stop looking around. Stop comparing yourself to others. Stop worrying about what everyone else is doing. The only thing that matters is your focus. The only thing that matters is the direction you're moving in. And let me tell you something. It doesn't matter how fast you're moving. What matters is that you keep moving. As long as you keep your focus, as long as you keep your eyes on the prize, you will eventually get there. You will arrive at the place you've always dreamed of. It's just a matter of time. But time isn't going to wait for you to get your act together. Time isn't going to wait for you to get focused. You need to get serious. You need to get clear. You need to make a commitment right now that you're going to focus on what matters, and you're going to keep focusing until you reach your destination. No more excuses. No more procrastination. No more waiting for the perfect moment. The moment is now, and let me tell you something else. There's a power in consistency. There's a power in doing the work, even when no one is watching, even when no one is giving you credit, because that's when the real growth happens. That's when the real champions are made. You don't get to see the progress when you're in the grind. You don't always see the results right away. But every day you stay focused, every day you show up, every day you keep working, even when you don't feel like it, that's progress. That's the foundation of success. Think about this. A builder doesn't start with the entire house. They start with one brick, then another and another, but each brick counts, each brick adds to the structure, and before long you've got a house, a mansion of your dreams built from nothing but consistent, focused action. So don't get discouraged when things don't happen overnight. Don't get discouraged when it feels like you're not getting anywhere. If you keep showing up, if you keep putting in the work, if you keep your focus sharp, your house will rise. Your dreams will become your reality, and there's one thing I need you to understand about this journey. It's not going to be linear. Success doesn't go in a straight line. It's not a simple path from point A to point B. It's full of twists, turns, bumps, and detours. But here's the thing, when you're focused, you don't get lost in the detours. You keep going, you keep your eyes on the prize, and you trust that every setback is setting you up for something greater. Every failure is preparing you for your success. You have to trust the process. Trust that when you focus, when you put in the work, when you refuse to quit, success will come. It might not come when you expect it. It might not come the way you expect it. But if you keep going, if you keep pushing, if you keep focusing on what's in front of you and ignore the noise, it will come. I promise you. But you have to stay relentless. You have to stay hungry. You have to stay focused on what matters. Stop letting the distractions pull you away. Stop letting people's opinions get in your head. Stop letting fear take control. Fear is a liar. Doubt is a liar, and those voices telling you that you can't, they're all liars. When you focus, you drown out the lies. When you focus, you drown out the noise. And when you focus, you make the impossible possible. So here's the deal. This is your life. This is your chance. You can either be someone who lets life control them, or you can be someone who controls their own life. You can either be someone who lets fear, doubt, and laziness run the show, or you can be someone who steps up, who takes control, who focuses, and who makes their dreams come true. The choice is yours.